Okay, here's the deal. In case you're unaware, the Hollow Knight fandom is currently losing their minds over an image of chocolate cake because it apparently means that Silksong will be a release title for the Switch too. I swear this community's schizophrenic. Basically, one of the main developers for Hollow Knight Silksong changed his social media profile to a picture of chocolate cake, which, when reverse searched, give you a recipe dated on April 2nd, aka when the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct is. Many people are believing that this is basically meaning that Silksong will be a release title. What does this have to do with Pokemon? Well, howdy hey, I'm Lincoln, aka Little Yoga Man, and I make Fakemon, and Hollow Knight is one of, if not my all-time favorite video game. I've watched Moxbag's mostly complete lore of Hollow Knight video more times than I can count, and I've submitted multiple English assignments on Hollow Knight. I'm not kidding. And the worst part is, I got a good grade on all of them. And with all this commotion about Silksong going around, I figured I might as well make this video now. Oh, and this goes without saying, but this video will contain major spoilers for the plot of Hollow Knight. Cool? Cool. Now, since all the commotion is about Silksong, we might as well start with Miss Silksong herself, Hornet. Now, I don't want to just go and make all these Pokemon bug type, even though, you know, the characters in Hollow Knight are all bugs. But Hornet's gonna be bug type. To be fair, she is the most bug-like out of the main cast, especially with her abilities. See, Hornet is a spider, and as such uses a needle and thread as her main weapon of choice, much like how real spiders spin silk. For her Pokemon, I felt inclined to make her look a bit creepy as an homage to her homeland, Deep Nest. She also looks and sounds quite young, around 15 to 16, so I went with a smaller build, but who knows, her in-game dialogue sounds much more mature than a teenager. I'm not sure what inclined me to make a really long neck, maybe it was there to sell the creepy vibe. However, I really do like the long, flowy silk tip with needles. It really sells the innocent yet dangerous vibe. So, here's Spindeedle from Spider and Spindle, a bug type. These incredibly swift Pokemon live deep underground. They get around by launching their needle-tipped silk into walls. They're rather intelligent and efficient hunters. Moving on, let's check out Hornet's father, the Pale King. He's also the dad of the Knight, our player character. Yeah, they're siblings. So stop trying to ship them! Anyways, our good friend Pale King over here is a character of, you know, mythical status, so I decided to make him a mythical Pokemon. Specifically the smaller ones like Mew, Celebi, and especially Hoopa, as you'll see later on. See, in-game, PK is quite literally a short king, so I wanted to make this Pokemon almost feel like a totem to him, an item that you could just put in your pocket. Taking inspiration from real in-game items such as the King's Idol and Howlin' Seal, especially with the wings. For this one, I took a lot of inspiration from Shedinja because I wanted it to feel unmoving, very static, almost like an item you can put in your inventory. Did I already say that? Dang it, I did. And here's our king, Palethenon, from the Greek Parthenon, the lineup of main gods in Greek mythology, and Pale, a pure psychic type. This Pokemon was once used by a powerful king to seal away an ancient evil. It has the incredible power to see into the future. Its true form is too destructive for this world, so it restrained itself to this much smaller build. It has the signature ability, No Cost Too Great, which works similarly to Supreme Overlord, where Palethenon will get more powerful for every fainted Pokemon in your party. Except instead of a 10% boost for all moves, it's a 15% boost for all special moves. Is it busted? Probably, but it's a mythical, so it gets a pass. So you remember like 20 seconds ago when I said that Palethenon would be pretty similar to Hoopa? Well, that, plus the Dex entry, were pointing to him having an unbound form, which I'm going to take inspiration from the Pale King's worm form. Even though the horn/teeth/whatever are much shorter in this version, it makes the gaping, oh my gosh, mouth feel powerful. It also has patterns that match the Pale King's cloak, as well as the wings, although those wings have become crystallized to make it feel, special, powerful. I also took a lot of inspiration from the sandworms from Dune. When put together, I really just wanted it to feel like a powerful yet wise monster, as well as having lots of implied movement to contrast with the stiffness of the confined form. Now, all hail Unbound Palethenon, a psychic dragon type. The true form of Palethenon, this Pokemon's destructive power is almost equal to that of its intellect. It is said that a once powerful king had a Palethenon by his side. However, this king thought he was immortal and paid the price. Now for the first boss that many people encounter on their journey through Hollow Nest, the False Knight. I think he's pretty silly. When you first find him, he looks all intimidating, but after you defeat him, turns out he's teeny. For this Pokemon, I wanted to really use a lot of circles to, accentuate on the friendly aspect of him, as well as simplifying the arms and legs a lot. I'm merging the arms with his mace so that he's not just holding an actual weapon, because I hate it when Pokemon just hold actual items and it's not part of the biology. That's why I like Cerulege so much, because its arms are actually swords, it's not holding swords. Anyways, I also got rid of the helmet to show the soft, squishy weak point, to make it seem more friendly. I don't really have anything else to say, so here is Nidance, from Night and Dense, both the Heavy Dense and the Dim-Witted Dense. A pure Steel type. Despite their face looking perpetually terrified, these Pokemon are among the most courageous of them all. They use their incredibly tough shell to protect their kin and will stop at nothing to make sure that they're safe. Now it's time for a fan favorite character, Grimm. And why wouldn't he be? He's a cool, fiery vampire. And being a vampire, he has a big association with bats. So, I'm gonna turn him into a bat. How did you not see that coming? Now, almost every Hollow Knight character has these little needle legs, with very few exceptions. And Grimm is no exception. In fact, it's especially true for Grimm. However, for more variety, I wanted to give him more traditional bat legs. At first, it looked really off, but the second try looks better. Yeah, let's go with better. I also took note of the fiery bats that are seen all over in his boss fight, and decided to incorporate that into his design via these fire wings, literally and metaphorically. I also wanted to give his body some sort of a pattern, so that it wouldn't be so bland. I knew that he had an attack where it shows his body, so I could take inspiration from that, right? It took over an hour to find a picture. Yeah, but hey, it looks cool, right? Grinferno, from Grimm, Grin, and Inferno, a dark fighter type. Equal parts cruel and mysterious, these Pokemon burn their prey with flaming wings before eating them. They prefer to live in abandoned buildings, and are surprisingly good parents. And finally, the final Pokemon for today, and the final boss of Hollow Knight. If you don't want to get spoiled and haven't left already, leave now. But at the same time, it's an 8-year-old game, so what are you waiting for? Go buy the game. Go buy the game and play the game. It's really fun. I'm looking at you, Mason. Buy the game. Buy the game. Do it, please. Anyways, where was I? Oh, right. The Radiance. the source of the infection. And funnily enough, this isn't the first time I've made a video about her. Either way, the Radiance has a perfect design, feeling both beautiful yet dangerous, much like, you know, the sun. One major thing I'm changing is the weird tentacle wait, those are feathers. As I am recording this, I just realized those are feathers. Oh, that's crazy. Huh. Anyways, I got rid of the arms and did it have arm? No, it didn't. And replaced them with these little stubs, as well as adding a glowing symbol behind her that resembles a rising sun. I also made her much more humanoid, but I did like the idea of keeping at least a tiny bit of the moth in her by keeping the antenna, as well as the head being semi-transparent, with a glowing ball inside as a reference to the cutscene at the end of the true ending. My design might not look as legendary as the original, but it has its own vibe to it, and I'm totally chill about it. I also gave it this cool yellow outline, because a black one didn't feel right for a being made out of pure light. Game Freak did the same thing for Ultra Necrozma. Here is Cell Infect from Celestial and Effect, a psychic and fairy type. This godlike Pokemon was worshipped for centuries for bringing light to a dark land. However, its light was eventually forgotten, causing Cell Invade to torture the minds of those who had forsaken it. Yo, what's up? Post-editing, link in here. I am just now noticing that I used 2 different names for the Radiance Pokemon. Both Cell Infect and Cell Invade. I don't feel like recording it again because I'm really tired. I guess you guys decide which one you want. I don't know. And that's it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. I had a blast making this video, so if it does good enough, I'll definitely make a part 2. Also, join my Discord. Links in the description. And oh yeah, I'll see you guys when Silksong eventually comes out in 3681. Anyways, see ya, and stay safe.